My twisted take is that Harry Kane is one of the most embarrassing footballers of the 21st century. I know everyone
No chill, bro. Like, the episode has just started, dude. People are just getting ready.
Yeah. I'm not even a Spurs fan. That was a gut punch. I felt that one. Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Go on, Pablo. Get him.
Harry Kane is a wonderful footballer. I think he's one of the best strikers I've seen. He will potentially be the top scorer of all time in the Premier League. But this player of this level should never be accepting a long-term contract like that at Tottenham. He should never be acting the way he is about trying to get a move. And he should never be entering, what is he, nearly 29 now, and still be at Tottenham Hotspur with no trophy. And where they are in the place right now, he should never even be considering another renewal. I think the way Kane has gone about his career, I've got to say, is really embarrassing. And the more I look back on it, the more I hear about this bloke, the more I think that he's a real embarrassment. I don't think he's got the drive within him. We saw even that summer where he went on the golf pitch with Gary Neville and tried to trying to get himself to Man City. But even that, oh God, everything about this guy, the way he tries to go about it. And yeah, brilliant footballer. I think he's been immense for Tottenham and it looks like he'll continue to be. But this is a player who should never be rotting away at a club that wins no titles. When you look back at your career, you want trophies. And Kane, even if he gets like a Carabao Cup or Europa League with Tottenham, I don't care. He should have had league titles, Champions Leagues in his name by now. He should have a trophy cabinet, and he's got nothing.
I honestly think
Pablo coming and swinging, dude. Go ahead, Buga.
I think that Tottenham, I agree with what Pablo is saying in a sense. Like, Kane is going to be one of those footballers that we are going to remember, like us three, right? Because we've seen him play, we know how good he can be. But when you think about, will my son remember Kane? Will the next generation remember someone like Kane? They probably won't. Will the generation past us, the older people than us, will they give enough credit to someone like Harry Kane? Because for them, for everyone, honestly, when you think about a world-class footballer, you need trophies, you need moments in the biggest of stages, and Kane has never gotten that. And I feel that the time for Tottenham to have actually won something was with Pochettino in that moment, where they were fighting it off against Leicester City, where they reached the final of the Champions League as well. Those 4 years, that was a moment to win something. They bottled their own project by bringing Mourinho, I think, and then not actually Mourinho. I think it was sacking Mourinho before he even had the chance to play that trophy. I feel that was the worst decision they could have ever made. Then bringing Antonio Conte, another destruction manager, someone who's going to change completely everything radically. They got it all wrong. And now they're here, and Kane, for example, or someone like Heung-min Son are examples of that. Well, someone like Eriksen, that was part of that team, he has perhaps, I feel, more recognition than both of them.
Wow. Okay. I think as it stands, I have a hard time arguing against Pablo's point there. At the same time, I think Kane has one big move left, and it is to leave Tottenham. And I've been hearing some reports about maybe a move to Man United this summer. If something like that occurs and he is at a club that does acquire some trophies, I think all that, with his reputation gets set aside. But as things stand, if he continues at Tottenham and we see more of the same, then Pablo's right on this one.
I mean,
you go, Pablo. I have one.
Yeah. I mean, John, I completely agree with that. And I think this is the thing with Kane. Do you know when he tried to move, was it summer of 2021? Yeah, it was it?
Sounds right.
So when he tried to move to Man City, that was the first time I thought, oh my God, Harry Kane's a footballer. He's woken up. But even then, he was stuck in that contract until 2024.
He was.
And that's the only thing I could say. Look, fair play. The bloke tried. He had a 3-year contract. Tottenham just didn't let him go. What can he do? Now he's got his chance. This summer he's got 1 year left. 2024 he's up. So Tottenham have got a choice to make. They either let him go this summer for 80 million or next summer for 0. Daniel Levy will let him go this summer for 80. This is Kane's chance. He'll see Tottenham. Tottenham will finish 5th or 6th this season. Wherever they finish 4th, it doesn't matter to me. Champions League, Europa League, they're not going to win either of the one. So it doesn't matter. Kane has the chance now to say, I've got 1 year left, I can get my move. Man U, Bayern, I don't care where, somewhere to get trophies. And what we've heard from David Ornstein? That he's going to renew again. Got no sympathy for the bloke. he can do what he wants now. I've had enough.
I thought that the one thing that could rescue someone like Harry Kane's legacy, similar to, I'm going to compare, I think Kane is very similar to Antoine Griezmann in the terms of their career. Like, they're a player who perhaps haven't won anything or that much in terms of their club career, but they're always going to be remembered because of what they can do with the nation. And I thought that the one redeeming thing for Harry Kane is imagine if he won a Euros, imagine if he won the World Cup with England. That was the only thing that could have potentially separated him from the rest, and I feel that could have been good enough. But he has 2 more chances to do that at an international stage, and that's it. He's the captain of England, so he would have been the one raising the trophy. Imagine if they won the World Cup, he will be the one raising the trophy. That is, of course, a moment that people are going to remember, but he ain't even going to get that.
Yeah, I was trying to think of who to compare him to. A great player who doesn't, bring home silverware. I couldn't think of anybody. Griezmann's a fair comparison, but they had that run in 2012, 2013 with Atletico where they were. I think they got at least one La Liga title, right? I think it was just
but
the
Griezmann
one.
Doesn't. But Griezmann doesn't.
Yeah.
Was Griezmann at Sociedad then?
Yeah, and then he left Barcelona when they won the title. Yeah. He went to Barcelona when he won the title, and he has. I think he has one Europa League. And
there we go. More than
the Copa del Rey. And one Copa del Rey. That's still more than Kane, right? But it's still not the biggest of trophies. It's just a Copa del Rey and a Europa League. Let me just check right now.
And he's got a UEFA Super Cup as well, I believe.
Yeah, that's true.
Still, but okay, so that's less than I thought. I thought that he was part of that run a decade ago now. Okay, so that's a fair comparison then.
He has the World Cup though as well, John.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. He has the World Cup, and that's a thing people are always going to remember, and they're even for that.
And he was a big part of it. He scored in the final.
Exactly. Yeah, I know it's hard to judge a player off of one match, one moment, but there was something, I think, something that stood out to me about Harry Kane missing the penalty in the World Cup, where it felt more significant than just a star player, having their mistakes or, missing a chance here and there. Messi has done that, right? Messi got a lot of criticism for a lot of his career for missing penalties in big moments, right? But now he's got everything, World Cup and all that. So I don't want to be too hard on it, but I think just the way that I read Harry Kane's body language after that, it's almost like he expected to miss it.
Yeah, he's got. That's the thing. I think he's got a bit of losing DNA, Kane now. I mean, he'd be the sort of player that I'd always player-wise, I'd always think oh yeah, that'd be great at Chelsea. And I actually think, if Kane came to Chelsea, could you actually then see Chelsea just having a hiatus of winning trophies? I kind of could. I feel like he's almost a bit allergic to them now. He's got that in his mindset. And you're right, that penalty. Kane scores penalties every week. That was the most confident I've been for a ball hitting the back of the net. And he put it out of the stadium. He's an odd guy. So, and you guys made a good point, by the way, actually. How many big moments will we look back on Kane where we think, what a moment, Champions League semi-final, where Kane got those 2 goals at the Bernabeu, he's got none of that. Timo Werner's got more of that sort of thing. So,
That's true.